Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Modern stream. Today we will be playing what I would be playing if I had an event this weekend. The T-Ball's Trickery deck is all over the place, and unlike what we have been doing with other decks like Soul Spells, Belcher, etc., which was just adapt AmuLIT to play Karn or just like play Green White Reclaimer, I guess. The T-Ball's Trickery deck is just very hard to interact with for those specific colors, particularly because there are not really any good permanent based answers to the card. There's potentially like Trinisphere or something like that, but that's just way too slow. Probably not gonna cut it because the deck very consistently just goes off on turn 3, right? So in order to make Trinisphere work, you would need to either have actual Trinispheres in your deck, which is probably not a great idea, or you would need to otherwise just like have 7 mana so you can Karn for Trinisphere by turn 3, which seems a little bit tough to achieve. Even some lists are running Simian Spirit Guides, which make it for a bigger fail rate, but on the other hand, it makes it for a faster kill. So basically all sorts of bad news. The only possible and real adaptation would be to play Mindbreak Traps. That's what like the card that we would get to play. But then at that point we would be trying to like mulligan to the Mindbreak Traps or something. So I haven't tried it out. I think I'm gonna be trying it out on Thursday. But in the meantime, we can maybe even try it out tomorrow. We'll see. But in the meantime, we're going to be playing with this deck, which I streamed on Thursday, I think, from last week. This is Timor Giants list, based around the card Invasion of the Giants. This card has a lot of synergy, both with Uro and Primeval Titan, allowing you to play these guys earlier in the game. You can, on turn 4, either hardcast a Primetime, or if you have enough untapped lands, you can play your Uro for 2 mana and then immediately escape it. So it has a nice little bit of synergy there. It has card filtering, and then it replaces itself. And the ping, the value that you get from the ping can actually be directed towards Planeswalkers, which is something that's pretty nice. And then besides that, the reason why I'm playing this deck, it's because you get to, play counter magic, and we're literally talking about how good the T-Ball's Trickery is. I mean, I don't know if it's actually good just yet, but like how popular it is, I would say. So because of that, I like to be playing blue cards right now. And if I were playing an event, I'm pretty sure that I would be packing some number of blue cards. I ended up cutting the Bone Crusher Giants. They were nice whenever you had the synergy going, like 1 mana 4/3s were pretty nice, and the ping is the worst part about this card, I think. Obviously, the Scry is very good, and the draw a card is what makes the card actually playable, and the making your spells cheaper is definitely the strong part for sure. The ping is like, you could take it or leave it. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it isn't, but so that's why I ended up cutting it, because you don't really need to reveal a giant that often anyway. The sideboard again is still in experimental phases. Asparian Spike has been working on the deck a lot as well. He played in the PTQ this past weekend, and he has some different deck building decisions that I have. But in the end, like, we are all just like trying things out anyway. So this hand seems great. The deck is pretty cluttered on the 2-drop slot if you look at it. So that is like a little bit of the kind of awkward thing that might happen. So this is the better fetch land, and I'm thinking of getting a Triumph here. If my opponent plays something like a Valky or whatever, maybe I will bolt it. They play a Wrenn. Okay, so we're just gonna go for Wrenn for no value. You love to see it. So I think I'm just gonna get a Triumph here, and then I'm gonna fetch. That's interesting. Okay, let's save life, I guess. We're gonna Remand / Growth Spiral here. Liliana. Seems worth remanding. It would have also been interesting to like play the Invasion of the Giants there because it would allow us to kill the Ren. But at the same time, I don't think I care too much about the Ren. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm just going to growth spiral into Invasion. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna get a Steam Vents here. Growth spiral. Our life total does. I don't think it matters too much, really. We can bottom these lands and we can F6 here. So if my opponent replays the Liliana, we can discard Udo to it. The thing is that Udo is... Like, if we reveal Uro here, we get to kill Liliana, which is nice. I think I'm gonna reveal the Invasion. I guess I can reveal the Lightning Bolt, actually. And we can play a second Invasion here. See what we draw. Ren. Don't mind if I do. So basically that blanks the Liliana, I guess. Here we can kill their Ren and 6. We can kill the Ren by... We ping with Invasion, we bolt the Ren, and then we Ren minus. Sure. Ren, ping, bolt. And I guess we play another Invasion of the Giants here. Yeah, let's remand both of these. Pass the turn. Now we have an actual decision, like do we want to, because we get to ping here. I think I'm just gonna discard the land. This is worse if, because like if we want to play Udo, we get to do it anyway, right? Because this Udo is gonna be only 2 mana to cast. Them killing Ren here sucks, but I think we're still in pretty fine shape. That's fine. Whoops. 1 and 2. Udo time. Oh. Hello. Green, green, blue, blue. Yes, instead of... let's take the bolt. Let's actually exile the Ren. Seems better. Makes Goif a little bit smaller, hopefully. We have 4 mana Titan next turn, or we play a Jace. Seems solid. No, this is Abrupt Decay. Oh, Trophy. Nice. Let's get a snow. Let's get an island, because actually we discarded 1 island already, so it's better to get the second one. What is this? Bloodbraid. Alright. No Lily plus? No Lily plus. Wow, no Lily plus. Okay. Field of the Dead, Field of the Dead. Nice John deck opponent. John, never change. Oh, John, never change. Mans and mana leaks, I think it's pretty bad. Force is not great, but we need to keep some number of copies of Force because of Boil. Deck looks great. Poor John though, yeah, I mean, I guess John players are never gonna give up, are they? John players are just never gonna give up. And also my opponent is 2-2, right? Which is the de facto John League, you know? No turn 1 discard. No turn 1 discard. Turn 2 Goif. Well, we're just gonna get at Steam Vents here. And then we bolt this Goif. And then we play a Ren on an empty board. Seems strong. Seems strong. If my opponent plays Liliana, we literally don't care. Okay, that's pretty good though. That one is actually pretty solid, so we're not gonna make fun of that one. Discarding double Blood Braid. Wow, you love to see it. I'm trying to think whether I want to fetch first. And the reason is because I don't know if I want to play into Boil. Like, my opponent just literally just pitched 2 4-drops. So I think I want to fetch her a basic forest here to play around Boil a little bit. Those are lands. Don't really care too much for lands. Would love to see like a growth spiral, like stuff like that, you know? If they have their own Ren, that could be annoying. Assassin's Trophy. Sounds good, sounds good. Well, I guess we get an island here. It's unfortunate. Yeah, this Ren was a 2-mana 3-for-1, which is not a bad place to be at. I feel like I want to kill this because I am at 9, right? So I think I want to Flame Slash this. And I guess I'm gonna fetch for a mountain. And I'm gonna Jace here. Yikes. Big yikes. Alright, here we go. Can we find an Uro here? It would be awesome if we could find an Uro. I am brainstorming there, and I know that my opponent can just Rage Intervene and kill it. But if they do that, that's their entire turn. I just played Primetime. I just win, so seems a lot better. What is it? Here's the Boil. Blows up 3 of my lands. Oh. Oh, okay, so that's lethal, I guess. Okay. Okay. I guess it just happened. Do I want Fire Spout? Let's actually bring in Fire Spout. Like, my opponent's playing, definitely playing Valky. They're playing Season Pyro. They're playing like all of these cards. So it seems reasonable to bye-bye Lightning Bolt. Get my Triumph. I think any True Drop would be fine here. We can't kill a Goyf now, which is awkward. Nice. That answers Goyf. So I guess we want both of these. And we're gonna play... If we play Field next turn, we get to do it. Yeah, so we want to play Field here, because next turn we will get to do everything. I mean, we don't get to Cryptic here, but we're gonna get to like Bold plus Liliana. Ashiok. Okay, that's pretty good. That really makes things awkward for us. Man, it would have been great if we had... I guess I did know that I was not drawing a Titan, but if we had had access to a Titan, we would have been in great shape there. Very smart of my opponent for not minusing. I think we're pitching this Cryptic command. And here we can take 4, or we can gust this. Let's gust it. No, I guess taking 4 would have been better, because we can take 4. We can take 4 and that's pretty good. Setting up to hopefully kill this Ashiok next turn. It's bad against Bolt if my opponent has... Yeah, okay, they have Bolt. So I guess... Fuck me, but... Now that's a big Goyf. Wow, they didn't boil? Wild. Okay. It kind of feels like we're gonna have to bolt the Liliana. Three mana. Damn! My opponent is not messing around. Of course, like, Ashiok is what's winning this game, right? Like, if my opponent hadn't had Ashiok, it would have been in such great shape. But this Ashiok is completely owning us. And I'm gonna bolt... I guess I have... No, I just have to bolt the Liliana, right? This is rough. But I just think I have to bolt Liliana there. Well, this would have been great last game, but definitely it's not great here. Man, I just cannot escape Ashiok, huh? I just can never beat Ashiok regardless of the circumstances. I mean, we do have Field of the Dead here. Are we gonna have time? We're not gonna have time, right? Like, my opponent has a 5/6 goif, so they're hitting me for 7. Hit me for 7. That's a 2-turn clock. So I just don't have time. I figure you might try this deck. Yeah, we did last week already. It's funny because I was trying on playing it exactly the same day that Spike played it. He beat me by like 2 hours. What am I even looking for? I think I'm gonna bottom both of these. We kind of have to find land into Uro into another land. That is how we probably might be able to have a shot. Land into Uro into another land. That's the sequence. Land into Uro. Uro? Nope. Okay. Wow. Ashiok, man. Ashiok. Could I have play around it in any way? I don't think so. What's up, Levi? How's it going? I don't think I could have played around Ashiok. I guess like leaving Leaks or Romance in my deck, but I don't think I want to against Jund. They're so bad against Liliana. The only deck that got a top 34 prime time and no Cryptic Command was in Legacy. That's funny. I mean, it's not surprising, right? Like, if I were forced to play AmuLIT, I think I would play like 3 or 4 Mindbreak Traps in my sideboard. I have no idea how or where, but feels like that is what you need to be doing. There's not too much else. Like, you just cannot dodge the stupid 2L Trickery deck because it's all over the place. Ashiok is Bay. Yeah, that was pretty good there. Invasion of the Giants dot hand. Okay. Playing against Bloodstainmire. Well, this hand is bad against this. Oh, nice. We're joining Jace. Perfect. Jace is exactly what I needed against Goblin Guide. Doesn't Grafdigger's Cage stop it? I recommend you read Grafdigger's Cage. I recommend you give it a read. We're just dead here, right? Yeah, let's just... We cannot beat this. Flame Slash is good, Fire Spout is good, Explosives and Gustos. Romance sucks, Force is good, Jace is not good, Fire Spout is okay. Ren is medium, and I think I don't want Prime Times. I think we're gonna be winning with Udo. T-Bolt is casting from the library. It exiles. I was your giant opponent. Thanks for the games. Got lucky game 2 with the spin. Oh, thank you, Click and Jive. Yeah, we were surprised to be doing the. I'm like, opponent must watch the stream, or at least they watch Spike's stream, because you played the Ashiok and you didn't minus, and then you literally just won because of it. And I'm like, yep, this person knows what's up. Respect. Respect for the non-minusers. Well played. If you had minus even a single time, you would have lost. But you played it perfectly. So we got here. Another Gobo. Main face Spike you. Love it. I have a Force. I feel like I want to get Ren going here. If they have exactly Eidolon, maybe it's not great, but like we still need to make sure that we guarantee our land drops. And we do have Gust as an answer. It would be definitely great if we can, you know. Alright, this is amazing for us. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I'm gonna plus here. And I guess I wanna play this Scalding Tarn. We have Gust, Leak, Force of Negation, so many options here. Next turn we're gonna start having access to Cryptic Command. If my opponent has a Boros Charm here, I'll counter it and I will take everything else basically, I think. Yeah. I think I'm just leaking this. Yeah, Chicken Jet. GG's. Okay, so here. I mean, without Uro, this is... I guess this is not really a great spot. I almost missed playing the Invasion of the Giants there. Dodge. We're looking for Udo, obviously. Udo is the best thing that we can find. Bingo. And I guess we don't want Bolt. Like, my opponent clearly does not have a creature draw, so... Next turn we get to Udo with Gust backup. Lightning Bolt face. That seems fine. The idea is to set up Udo plus Gust to play around Skullcrack. That's also fine. But yeah, it's going well, Hatelex. Dome you. Dome you for 2. I could have put something on top. Probably not great here. definitely gusting. My opponent puts it on the bottom. Let's play this. We are at a virtual... If we want to fetch here, we are going to be at 10. I'm definitely plussing Ren because it threatens ultimate. And I guess the ultimate is a reason to want to do this here. And it's a reason to not gust and to get a tap land instead. So let's get a tap land. Plus on the land and say go. I mean, we effectively have infinite cryptic commands here, so my opponent is in a position where like this Ren is not irrelevant anymore. Like I'm at a stable life total, and they need to answer this Ren at 6. Yeah, there we go. That's like, this is basically my burn opponent conceding the game. When they are pointing the burn spell at my Planeswalker, that is exactly the place where you want to be. Can start blowing up their lands, which is a way for me to not pay life to get the value from the Ren, which seems fine. Like, this game is obviously over at this point. I don't think my opponent can win anymore. They are fighting, though. They are fighting. In the meantime, we can take them off of white mana, which is cool. What do you got here, opponent? That card. Cryptic Command says no. Deck's really popular. You mean burn? Or you mean what I'm playing? I feel safe enough to do this. I kind of not even care about the Uro. The Giants. Yeah. I think it's pretty solid. Oh, my opponent's gonna let me use my mana? Awesome. We don't have to go to discard. Sweet. Now we can put a Cryptic on top, get back Uro. Okay, it's not often that these games like get won by Ren and 6, but that was pretty cool. Maybe I don't want, like, I feel like I might be having too much removal here, so let's go with, yep, I was gonna add either a Jace or a Titan, maybe a Jace. I don't want to pay for the fetch, just swap up and I'm some tired. Wow. So many M's. You sound tired in chat. I don't even know if that's possible, but you sound tired, Steps. You have a good night's sleep, or... Okay. I think I just main face this lightning bolt right here. And I guess I do it off of a basic mountain. Yeah, because if I want to Ren, I will have to shock here, so I don't want to shock twice. Roiling Vortex. First night off in like 2 weeks, and then I gotta do it again for 2 more. Brutal. I'm gonna need my colored mana, so we're gonna go with this. Next turn we can Ren plus Field of Ruin. The good thing here if my opponent cannot Eidolon. So we basically are guaranteed an Eidolon free turn, which is great for us. Riftbolt, you got it. They are keeping some interesting hands for sure. And by interesting, of course, I mean kind of sketchy. It's not great. We are at 13 though. Helix resolves. Yeah, I guess they're just keeping like Skullcrack hands because they know they can't beat Uro maybe. But joke's on them because I'm not drawing the Uro. Next level place. This Riftbolt is gonna resolve. We're down to 7. We are in somewhat dangerous territory here though. They do have a land, which is obviously pretty good for us. That one sucks. Really wishing we had drawn something meaningful there. Well, we're gonna start doing this. We have Gust up. That is very good. Okay. That is very, very, very good. Okay, we may be in okay shape here. We're not gonna fetch with this Scalding Tarn unless we really, really, really have to. But like this actually puts pressure on them. Not gonna field here, I don't think. Far Spout again looking not great. We just have to make sure we don't open ourselves to just die in. So we field here, that's 2 mana, we get 1 back, and we can't do that actually. So this is gonna be 4, 6, 12. I'm thinking if I want to just minus this Ren. Well, I mean, we do have Bolt in the... Yeah, we have Bolt in the yard, so I guess that ultimating is just better. So we're just gonna do that. Bolt resolves. You got a queue for the Donor Leaks? Yep. but I don't have Donal Lakes. I do have Donal Lakes. We have 2 Grixis Shadow lists. We do have 2 Grixis Shadow leagues, and I think we have like the Tibalt's Trickery deck queued up as well. So if my opponent has 2 instant speed burn spells, we die. But if they don't, can we kill them? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I feel like I can't afford to do it, which is unfortunate. Put the Boros Charm on top, obviously. So now we just have Gust for all of the stuff that they could have. Not fetching kept me alive, but yeah, exactly. And now we have Bolt, so we have this one locked up. Boros Charm. Either Gust that. Oh, it's funny that if my opponent does it now, I technically don't have another answer, right? Which is pretty funny. So we're gonna upkeep, kill them with Bolt. Who's the burn player now, opponent? I could have triple Bolt, but I don't know what my opponent's last card is, right? If it's another instant, then I lose. So there's no reason to like run into that because I have the game locked up otherwise. I think that game was pretty well navigated. Turn to Ren. Let's go. Right, your man is imperfect. Dryad has spoiled me. Dryad is a powerful drug. More like drug, yeah. Too much? Too much? If it's too much, it's okay. I am okay with it being too much. Concealed Courtyard. I'm ready to get arbitered here. This person already, you must crush them. Not a fan of the Concealed Courtyard Live, huh? not a concealed Courtyard gamer, are you, Levi? Oh yeah, is that a good draw, chat? I'm afraid that might be a good draw. Am I still playing around Arbiter? I guess I don't have to at this point. I mean, I might as well do it. Like, I'm getting another fetch anyway, so. Stop playing Wet Black in this PSA to all Pleasant Kenobi fans. Ah, remember when oh yeah, look at this. Masterfully playing around this stupid cat. Oh no, you're gonna go squatter me. Oh sweet, now we get to cycle? It's pretty dope. Guess I'm shocking. Bottom both of these. Another ghost quarter. Okay, so ran down. Obviously that sucks. But it's not the end of the world, and it kind of just feeds Uro at the same time, which is nice. Do you have another cat? No cat. Unlucky if you asked me. Very unlucky if you asked me. Do I want to cycle here? I don't think I want to cycle. But I am playing a fetch because I want to. Dalen is actually good. Yeah, it's not bad. We do get to pay for the arbiter here pretty nicely. Oh, they have Thought Knot? Oh my god, my opponent's playing an unplayable deck. Are we just gonna keep on drawing blanks? Is that the plan? Just blanks? Just blanks all day? Alright, give me that ball, Jace. I have faith in you. Never mind. Sad phase. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Just wow. Can't wait for snow breeding pool. I mean, there is technically a snow breeding pool. It's a snow bad breeding pool because it always interstapped, but it is kind of like a snow breeding pool. Veil good? I don't think so. Like they have only Tide Hollow's color, and it's a dead card besides that. Like an actually dead card. Like they are mostly black. The only card it answers is literally Tide Hollow's color. Because even the -3/-3 guy is colorless. So Veil doesn't stop it. Awkward. I think I'm bottoming both of these. I really want to find like Uros. I want to find more bolts, Flame Slash. Rest in peace. You know who doesn't care about rest in peace? This guy. We can blow up their Ghost Squatter. Nah, just play this. Really hoping they don't have Kachis. Oh, come on! Come on, really? Okay. I guess if you're a luck sack, this deck is not the worst. Like, it's still pretty bad, but it becomes a lot better when you have like turn 3 Thought-Knot Seer. And then, of course, we just draw a bunch of blanks. Their mana is so heinous, too. Their mana is so awfully bad. Like, they're playing a three color deck effectively, and they're just hoping that they naturally draw the lands that they need. Just pass. Yeah, this is just brutal. Oh well. Guess we're just gonna die here. To turn 3 Thought-Knot Seer and Flood. Can be a difficult combination to beat. Turn 3 Thought-Knot, plus never drawing a land, and never drawing a card that does anything. I guess I just have to ball these Thought-Knots here because I'm just losing the apparition, because I need to, you know, give myself one more turn to draw something. Growth Spiral. Okay. Okay. On draw step, we're violent in... Oh, it was just like a bad bluff. What is that bluff even? Well, this placer is pretty good against my Sambo tokens, so that sucks. So we're gonna draw the card first. What is it? Cryptic. So I guess we have to let this resolve. And we just have to hope that we draw like a bolt off of this. It's not great. I guess that I punted this actually, because I exposed the field. Yeah, this was a mistake on my part. I should have left the field in hand. Oh my opponent. Maybe we have a shot. My opponent's just giving me a shot here. Also, I should have fetched first. Yeah, because now they can Flicker Wisp this. Yep. No, I fucked this up. Okay, my opponent gave me a shot, and then I just gave it right back. Okay, yeah, I played that game very poorly. I don't think we would have won anyway, because we just drew a little bit too many blanks. But that was wild. Let's go, Terps. Thank you for the follow. Got kind of owned there. That's not a playable deck, though. I definitely recommend against playing that deck. I think it is very, very, very bad. Check Discord messages after the stream. All right, sounds good, Morgan. I'll check it out. Sure. Let's see what we're playing against here. Any other viable giants? I tried Bone Crusher, and it was kind of medium. And I didn't try anything else because all the other giants are just not playable. If you wanted to get cute, you could play like Inferno Titan or Frost Titan, but again, just like the fact that you're playing this card doesn't mean you need to be playing unplayable cards in your deck. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I'm playing Invasion of the Giants, so I have to like squeeze every single bit of value that I can for this. Just it's fine. It's kind of whatever. Like it's nice when you get value from it, but at the same time, it's just if you don't, like it's not that big of a deal. Things like I do it for the meme. But if I wanted to do it for the meme, then I would, you know. I'm actually, I think this deck is competitive. Like I want to tune this deck. I don't want to meme with this deck. I want to actually. Again, I'm not playing AmuLIT because this AmuLIT cannot beat the T-Ball's Trickery deck. So as long as people continue playing the T-Ball's Trickery deck, I just have to figure out something else to play. And I think this deck might be it. So I'm actually trying to build it properly and fix it. So there's no value whatsoever in me just memeing, you know? Just doesn't make any sense. Spike with the huge massive raid. How's it going? We're playing some Timur Giants as well. I think that, you know, this is what I'm gonna be playing for the foreseeable future in competitive events and things. So I'm definitely trying to give it my best to tune it and stuff. So my opponent can technically Titan me here. Not having an answer to this right is kind of huge. Kostek, thank you for the follow. I don't think I can afford to Udo. David L. Bayer, thank you for the follow. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my land. We're going to remand my opponent's Titan. Then next turn we can play Udo for 2 mana. We can Mystic Sanctuary back the remand. We can draw the remand, and then we can remand our Titan again, looking for Cryptic Command or stuff like that. Unfortunately, like we have the turn 4 Titan, the turn 4 Prime Time, but unfortunately for us, my opponent's Titan deck is a better Titan deck than we are. So it's rough. It is rough. So they cycle Explorer because it's free, because they have a bounce land. And this is my favorite thing about playing against AmuLIT, is I get to always yield to this. Feels great. Feels great. As the AmuLIT player, you can never auto-yield to your bounce land and like stuff. You basically cannot yield to your triggers, but whenever you're playing against AmuLIT, you get to do it. Feel like $1,000,000. Azusa resolves. So with this trigger on the stack, I guess gonna bolt the Azusa. Now we can go back to yielding. Definitely had not yielding to AmuLIT triggers be relevant before. Yeah, for sure, for sure. No attacks from OP. Okay. So that being the case, we're gonna guarantee our land drops here. Always root for me to lose to AmuLIT when I'm not playing it. Wow, that's mean. Good old crazy boy. Yeah, usually Azusa is not like that high of a priority to be killing, but because my opponent has an AmuLIT and my answer is a remand, like Azusa allows my opponent to actually cast a Titan twice in the same turn. So it seems important to stop that avenue to victory. So next turn we're gonna get to Udo and we're gonna get to play a couple of lands, which is nice. Yeah, so they do have the bounce land, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't because they play the Heath first. They cannot play a Titan with remand through a remand. Okay, this is a mistake. Like the only way that this is correct to do is if my opponent's last card in hand is another bounce land. But if their last card in hand is a Titan, they should have bounced this instead and held a Semi-Growth Chamber in hand. Is Ren even good anymore in this meta? I mean, it is when you're just trying to hit your land drops in your deck, which is what we're trying to do. So yes, it is. To answer your question, yes, Ren is still very good. Okay, that's great for us. I don't think I need to explain why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. So they can't play a Titan twice. So I guess remand doesn't work anymore. So we're just gonna do this. Next turn we can play Udo plus hold up Cryptic. So also, why is my opponent not attacking my Ren? It's like it's literally free for them to do that. So I think that was their top deck, I guess. Good old target counter draw. Ah, you see? I knew it! I knew it! If I had remanded, I would have lost the game. Man, it feels good to be this good. That is a terrible mistake from my opponent. They must be new to AmuLIT, so they are not yet familiar with some basic heuristics with the deck. This Semi-Growth Chamber should be in their hand. That Semi-Growth Chamber should 100% be in their hand. So fetch, Sanctuary, get back Cryptic, yes, 1, 2, 3, Udo. Yeah, we're looking good here. We probably have this locked up at this point, even if they top deck. I guess they can top deck Cavern into Titan. If they top deck Cavern into Titan, maybe we lose. How's the feel of Ruin being in the mana base? Haven't been played with it yet. Still have Reflecting Pool. It's been okay. It's been just okay. It has been relevant in a couple of situations, but besides that, it's been just okay. Not great, not terrible. Again, the big problem with this is that we, like, if I tap low of Cryptic Command, like, we literally just lose the game. So it is unfortunate, but I simply cannot do that. I just have to take it slow. I just have to take this slow, and I don't think I can lose at this point, because next turn we are going to Titan with Cryptic, so that should be enough to lock it up. We could also just Whirl. Another Dryad does nothing. Because and my opponent could be speeding out 3 zombies a turn, but they, for whatever reason, they don't have their Sim-Growth Chamber in their hand right now, so... I still want to try to make room for a Cavern. I think that's a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. Like, such a bad idea. I strongly recommend against it. Also, I don't think you really need Cavern anyway. I guess Primetime is better than Uro, huh? So I don't know why I fetch on step. That was just me being stupid. Because Primetime is actually better than Uro here, so... Cavern is only for control mirrors, and there's other counters you can play, like Veil and Fluster. Yeah. I just don't think that this deck needs that, honestly. I just think that you're just trying to get too cute, and you are undervaluing how important having your colors be proper it really is. Winning game 1 is good. I think my opponent made a bunch of mistakes there, which is logical when you're new to the deck. We like Ashiok, we like Gustos, and we didn't see Karn. We didn't see Karn, so I'm not sure I want bolts, and I'm not sure I want rejection. Like, if I don't see Karn, I don't want rejection. My opponent could definitely be playing Karn, though. What do I think about the new T-Bolt Trickery combo troll decks? I just hate that they exist. That's it. That's it. I honestly haven't played against it that much. I played against it once so far, I think. To be fair, I have not been playing that much Modern lately. I've been playing mostly Limited. I really like the new draft format, so I've been drafting a fair amount. So that's what I've been doing instead of playing Modern, and I've been slacking, I guess. But I played against the T-Bolt Trickery deck once, and I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'll take over House's role at Titan Toxic. He's a Trickery trader. Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time that House makes bad life decisions anyway, so it's fine. Kaldheim is a complex set, but it's fun. Yeah, I don't think I have made as many mistakes in any set prior to this one. Like, there's so many weird interactions. that are not intuitive whatsoever. So many non-intuitive interactions, and I've made so many like misclicks or like missteps or thinking that one thing works in some way and it actually works in a different one. This that's fine. Like any blue source is gonna be great. We have Remand to dig a little bit deeper. Ashiok to close the door. Hoping for no turn 2 as Dryad. I guess Dryad would be worse for us than Asusa. Realize who I'm playing. You're the reason I started playing this deck, although I'm rather new to it. my opponent is just telling me that they started. I'm just letting them know to check out the VODs later. Even Van Neil, thank you for the follow. Okay, so they do have Uncounterable Prime Time. So we really need to find another blue source so that we can do the good old combo of Gusto plus Ashiok. My opponent, again, like I was afraid of my opponent having a Dryad because the Dryad actually clocks the Ashiok fairly effectively. Could you say a juke? Could you see a juke of Wasaiju plus an uncounterable 1-drop like Miskar Hydra in the Trickery deck taking out the Cascade spells game 2 against blue deck? Still falls a bit to a Revile, but seems like it will give the deck inevitability in those matches. Again, I don't like that Trickery deck. I don't care for it, and I am not looking into tuning it. We have a Donut League for it, so I guess I'm going to be playing it once, but I honestly don't care. I literally just couldn't care less about that deck. So I'm not the person to ask, unfortunately. But maybe it's good. I don't know. What if we had a 1 red, draw 2, discard 2? What do you mean? Okay, so they don't have Titan, which is great news for us, honestly. Am I gusting this? Also, why is my opponent not attacking? I don't quite get it. I mean, I just don't think we can really afford to. Oh, that's gross. Well, I'm just gonna discard this Udo, I guess. Do you think this deck is better than Green White Titan? I mean, I think this deck can beat the Trickery decks, and Green White Titan can't really, so. So they're gonna play an Uncounterable Titan here, we gusted. And then, no, opponent, make sure you tap for Cavern. Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. Well, this is great for us. Yeah, so they were gonna castle, so they were gonna try to haste, which I think it's a mistake. They should have definitely Caverned. But I guess like that's the plan though. So this gives us 1 turn to do something impactful, so we really have to draw a land here. That's not this stupid Mystic Sanctuary, obviously. If my opponent was going for haste, then what they did is correct, but I think that they shouldn't have gone for haste. I think that resolving the Titan and forcing me to have exactly Gust is a lot better there. Random Litters, thank you for the follow. Blue-white control is real in Modern? No, it's not. Ugh. 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 Honestly, I guess now that I have a second gust, I'm gonna use one of these to answer the onboard Dryad. So my opponent has to pay for Pact here. 1, 2, 3. I guess any land allows them to Titan, so I guess never mind. With any untapped land, they can castle for Titan, so. What if he had just Veil of Summer that remained? I don't think. Basically, Levi, I'm never playing around Veil out of Titan decks because the card is just terrible in the Titan decks. People always want to jump Veil into AmuLIT decks, and it just doesn't work. Hang damn, thank you for the follow. Because you don't lose to the Remand, right? That was just a good exchange for me because of the texture of my hand, I guess, but that's like, you never lose to the Remand. You lose to the Aethergust, and Veil doesn't do anything. So before playing Aethergust, you're just better. Before playing Veil, you should just play something else. Like, you should just play even Mystical Dispute or something like that. What makes blue-white control good in 2021? Nothing. That's why it's not good. So now my opponent's 1 mana short. Because they can't... I think it's correct for my opponent to jam here anyway. Like, it's just kind of getting worse for them anyway. So... So when they put the Titan on top, I'm just gonna Ashiok and minus them. And I just have to hope. Why are they not attacking? I'm gonna ask them after the match. Ooh, I guess we could... Nah, because if we Jace... If we Jace plus and my opponent has another Titan, we straight up just lose, right? So... here, if that happens, at least we... Like, they don't get to search. So, this is one of the few instances where actually minus in Ashiok makes sense. Me minus in Ashiok? Yo. There's sometimes it's correct to minus Ashiok, okay? It's just not correct as often as people think. We're just yamming here. I don't understand why they're not attacking. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. I guess invasion is gonna be too slow at this point, and we can do this. But yeah, I don't understand what's like what they're gaining by not attacking. If this is an explorer, if I had force, I would force it. Doesn't seem like that's what's happening though. It's okay, like these are the mistakes that you have to make. These are all mistakes that I have made myself. And this one in particular, I've made it multiple times. This one in particular, I've made multiple times. Yeah. My opponent just told me that this is they just started playing the deck. They told me in chat. They just told me that they're new to playing the deck, so. At this point, we're in a situation where we just get to play our own boil even, so might as well do that, right? Put on the bottom. So this is weird, right? Because no, but this is fine. We'll let them do this. We don't put it on the bottom. This allows them to cast Turn Timber, but we just let the Turn Timber resolve. If they whiff, it still doesn't matter because like they resolve Titan, but they can't search, and then we just cast the Titan on board. So it's not that big of a deal. Alright, Spirit Walker with the tier 1 sub coming back for 14 months. Thank you so much, Spirit Walker. Appreciate it. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Which land am I playing here? Just playing the breeding pool. I guess that we can just remand the Turn Timber here. They can't recast it, right? Yeah, they can't recast it. Yeah, so we just remand the Turn Timber here. Mystery Angles, thank you for the follow. Again, I could let this resolve and it wouldn't matter, but I actually want to draw the card and we get super rewarded, obviously. Just playing the good old Justice League over here. You love to see the Justice League doing its thing. We could Udo plus Cryptic Command? Start with Brainstorm. Because if we find exactly, sweet. So we found another land. So now what we can do is we can Udo plus Cryptic. So blue. It's going to be another green source. Blue, green. Udo. Exile everything. Let's put the land into play. More Sombos. Okay, this game seems to be locked up. Opponents should be holding the lands in hand in case they naturally draw the Valakut. Because if they naturally draw the Valakut, they're forcing me into an awkward spot. Whereas here, they are just playing into my plan. Which is to just like wait and see what happens. So we're gonna let the turn timber resolve for the reasons that I stated earlier. If they find the Titan, they still can't search, so it just doesn't matter. And just like the Dryad doesn't do anything here. How much damage do we have? 6, 12, 14. It's not enough. If they double block, we just gust one of these. I guess we would cryptic bounce instead of gusting. Play this. Brainstorm. Fetch. Invasion. Yeah. Looking good. Looking good here. GG's opponent. All right, let's see if we can get that 3 and 2 real quick. Our losses were awkward today. Our losses were pretty awkward today. We lost to Jund. I mean, we didn't lose to Jund, we lost to Ashiok. And then we lost to Black-White Eldrazi and Taxes, which is honestly crazy. Chris Wilkes 63, thank you for the follow, and GG's earlier. Yeah, for sure I recommend you check out the VOD, because I was pointing out a couple of details here and there, like minor things that you could have done to, particularly game 1. I think there were a couple of pretty big mistakes once you are experienced with the deck, but that are not particularly, they're not particularly easy to spot. Like, for example, I thought you played your bounce lands a little bit out for no reason. Like, there's a lot of value in holding bounce lands in hand and stuff like that, particularly when you have an AmuLIT. Is Eldrazi and Taxes a bad matchup? No, Eldrazi and Taxes is a bad deck. Yeah, we're keeping this. We'll definitely be checking it out. This is my third league with it. Yeah, for sure. Like, there's a steep learning curve with this deck, so you should not feel disappointed or anything like that. It's just, you know, the learning curve is a little bit more steep for this deck than for the average deck, I think. I mean, not this deck, AmuLIT is what I mean, obviously. So there are a lot of things that, you know, you might not realize that are mistakes until somebody points them out, and you can, you know, learn why they are mistakes. Also, why do I always get paired against Tron? It's like I have a magic power of some sorts. But I always manage to get paired against Tron. Tron is terrible. Tron is so bad right now. Like, it's basically always bad, but right now it's like worse than always. I'm just gonna main phase Growth Spiral here. So that's a blank. So I think we're just gonna play Ren. And we're just gonna be very, very sad when my opponent just plays literally anything. People love it even when it's terrible. Yeah, I mean, we can't beat most things here. We probably can beat Wormcoil Engine. Well, we can't beat that, so let's just pack it in and move to the next game. Just a 5/6 that comes back all the time. Like, I have Ceremonious Rejection in my deck, and it's just like... I mean, I guess. Bad mana leak. Am I supposed to have bad mana leak against them? Bolt kills Karn after they minus. I mean, it's just such a bad proposition. Like, it's such a bad spot to be in anyway. But all of my cards just suck. They just fucking suck. So I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess I care about ramping. Spike learned the hard way that Mystical counter Cecil Ultimatum for 1 mana. I mean, this hand has nothing proactive going, and it's basically a mulligan assist, so I'll ship it. This seems better. I'm gonna keep this, probably bottom the Jace. And... I guess I want Invasion on 2. Necessary perimeter found a place in Modern, such a sweet card. Oh yeah, sweet, right? Such an underplayed card too. If you ask me, I would consider Primeval Titan to be a sleeper in Modern. Interesting. Very interesting. I think I want one of these, but not the other one. With Mill seemingly on the uptick, have you considered a board slot against it? Is there anything versatile enough that it perform in the other matchups? No, there's nothing. And also, I don't think that Mill is particularly on the uptick right now. What makes you think so? Like I have not really seen anything that would make me think that Mill is on the uptick. I love remanding this. Like, it finds me my land, and okay, I guess they had. Okay, so they did have something anyway, but this is actually one of the things that has been. Oh, I guess, do we just jam Titan? We just jam Titan here, right? We just YOLO. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Let's go. And we can get Field of Ruin, so we give my opponent, like, they need to have the Nutty, or we just put them in a spot where we want to get a fetch. Yeah, I guess we get a fetch, because we can draw Mystic Sanctuary, we can draw Remand. Mill's been on the ulti trash phase for a few weeks now for some reason. Nothing wild though, just a bunch of top 32 finishes. Yeah, I know that, but that's why I'm asking. Like, it's just okay, right? But it's not. I don't think it's played right now more than it was played 2 months ago. Is what I'm saying. The data drop someone laid down last week on Twitter suggested the Mill was overperforming and underrepresented. Okay, sure, that's possible. All right, so now we did get to untap with prime time, so feeling not in bad shape. So let's get a second field and Misty. So now we draw step, blow up their land. Is there anything else we want to do? Not really. Okay, cycle and end step for no reason. You love to see it. You love to see the cycle and end step for no reason. I don't know. I mean, Mill is just, it's an okay deck, right? It's just that. It's just an okay deck that every now and then is gonna spike a tournament or do well. But it feels like it is in that spot in the metagame. And if you want to beat it, you can beat it. Usually when I... Ugh. My opponent kept 7. Yeah, this is not looking good, folks. Okay. And being like the invasion of the Giants on turn 2 on the play against Tron, we just saw how insane it was. And now we're gonna be on the draw, and we're just never gonna get to deploy it. It's just we're gonna see the two ends of the spectrum, right? We're gonna get to see the two ends of the spectrum. So our best draw is probably Growth Spiral. Turn 3 Tron. Why do people find this fun? I really don't understand. It just doesn't seem fun to me at all. The Tron life, that is. Yeah. In fact, did I just need to let that card resolve? What do we got here? World Breaker. Okay. That sucks, man. I always keep getting paired against Tron whenever I play in this deck, and it's just like, it's not a playable deck, but, you know, I guess people will do what they do. 2 and 3 is very disappointing. I'm gonna run it back anyway, because I do think this deck is great, and like we just got paired against a bunch of nonsense decks, and somehow we just ended up in the bad end of variance. But I still think this deck is good, and I'm definitely gonna be trying out another league. But we're gonna see how it goes. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.